You want long and healthy hair? Here's my top 5 tips. All right, I am going to be doing my hair while I share my top tips and tricks for growing long and healthy hair. And let me just say, I have not always had long hair like this, you guys. I struggled for most of my life, actually, to grow my hair past about here. In fact, it wasn't until like a few years ago that I was able to like really get my hair long and healthy. I used to invest in extensions and I always just envied people with super long, beautiful hair. I'm here to tell you it is achievable. You just have to be willing to make some changes. All right, 1, leave your hair alone. What I mean by that is if you're someone who likes to color your hair and dye it, maybe put highlights in it, you like to change it with the seasons, I'm telling you, you need to give it up. I used to change my hair so much. I mean, I've seriously probably been every color under the rainbow. I've had purple hair, blue hair, pink hair, red hair, blonde hair, all of it. And I wondered why I could never get my hair past like a little bit over shoulder length. Now, if you can go completely virgin hair, that is ideal. But if you're like me, you have grays that you want to cover, you can still do that. I still dye my hair. I probably do it every like 6 weeks or so. But here's the thing, I only dye my roots. I used to do my whole head every single time. And what happens there is you're just damaging the length of your hair over and over and over again. And then it just can't grow because it's breaking off. So if you're gonna dye your hair, I really suggest only doing your roots if you can get away with it. Or if you're someone who does highlights, just make sure you go to a stylist that you really trust and make sure you tell them not to touch the lengths of your hair because you don't want to be dyeing the same piece of hair over and over and over again. It is so bad for it. So you don't have to give it up completely if you don't want to. If you can, that is definitely ideal, but stick to just dyeing your roots or bleaching, whatever. Also, you guys, I really do not recommend extensions. I have tried several different kinds and every single time, you guys, I end up with so much hair loss. It was just so not good. I really enjoyed them at the time. It added so much volume and length and they look beautiful. But long term, guys, they are just not good for your hair. I don't care what anybody says. I don't think they're good for your hair. Also, holy cow, so much money. So much money. Like, oof. If you're somebody who's okay spending that kind of money, then like more power to you, but like I was not. I did not want to continue that. That concludes tip number 1, leave it alone. On to tip number 2, which is to oh, sorry about that. We have a little squawker in the background. Okay, tip number 2, and the irony is that I am using heat right now, but it's to minimize heat styling. Here's the thing, I believe in moderation. I really do. When it comes to many things in my life, I don't think that we need to deprive ourselves. I think that we can enjoy things, but we need to control ourselves. So you need to minimize heat. I personally probably only heat style my hair 1 to 2 times a month normally. I have been doing it a lot more lately just because I've been sent like 4 or 5 hair tools in the last couple of months that I needed to test out. But truthfully, I go long periods of time without heat styling my hair, and you just gotta find alternative ways that you like to wear your hair. I also really have been utilizing heatless curl options. I think those are great. In fact, when I really was starting out my hair journey, I would go months at a time without heat styling my hair because I really just wanted to get it to a healthy place. And if you can do that, like, do it because it made all the difference, like, truly. But as I said, I'm someone who believes in moderation. I don't think you need to give up heat. You just need to be careful with using it too often. Of course, always use a heat protectant. The truth of the matter is that heat is damaging to our hair. So if you want to get long, healthy hair, you really need to cut it out / minimize it. Okay, this next one is super important, and I do not feel like enough people talk about this or do it in general, and that is to give yourself mini dustings and mini trims. Do not use your kitchen scissors for this. You need to buy a pair of hair scissors. I got mine off of Amazon. So basically what that is you are going to sift through the ends of your hair. Hang on. So basically what that means is you're going to take the ends of your hair here, you're going to sift through it, and you're going to look for any split ends, and you're going to snip just that split end off. This allows you to get all of those split ends without sacrificing your length. It's so important because what happens if you don't do that is it's just going to keep moving up your hair shaft and breaking off and breaking off and breaking off. And that's when you end up with like scraggly, unhealthy ends, and then you end up needing to cut like 5 inches off because you haven't done that. So give yourself mini trims or dustings, whatever you want to call it. Tip number 4 is diet, okay? It is so important. I'm gonna harp on one thing and one thing only. It has a huge impact on your hair. You need to be eating healthy. But the main thing that I want you to take away from this is protein intake. Now, I'll let you figure out on your own what you would like to shoot for. I'm not gonna tell you you need to get X amount per day, but what I do is I shoot for around 50 to 100 grams a day. And I realize that's a wide range, but I don't like things to be too complicated. I don't want to feel restricted. I don't want to feel like I'm stressing about it. So I give myself a pretty wide range and it works out good for me. You need to be getting enough protein because that's what your hair is made of, y'all. Like, it's literally made of protein. And I really, really, truly believe that most of us are not consuming as much as we think. So look at your protein intake, make sure you're getting enough. Do your own research, figure out how much you would like to eat. But like I said, I strive for around 50 to 100 grams a day. Fifth and final tip, let's talk about your sleep situation. If you are sleeping on a cotton pillowcase, oh my God, you need to stop. It is so bad for your hair. That cotton causes friction, and when you're rolling around in bed at night, it's breaking your hair. So there's a couple solutions to this. Either you can get a silk or satin pillowcase and sleep on it, or you can get a silk or satin bonnet that you can put your hair in night. This is so important to me that I literally take my pillowcase with me when I sleep. When I travel. Alrighty, y'all, and that concludes my top 5 tips for growing long and healthy hair. Honestly, I probably have at least 5 more, so if you want to hear those, let me know. I can make a second video, but these I think are the most important. Also, if you guys have any tips in the comments, please let us know. Anyways, I hope that this helps, and good luck on your long hair journey. Bye.